Hi EDL571 classmates, my name is Tabitha Smith and I'm here with Journal Entry 7. In thinking about the question that resonated the most with me, it would have to be the one about telling a time when a mistake was made and how that mistake was handled. I like that question first and foremost because as an interviewer on the interview team, I have used the question, describe a weakness, and then another question, describe a strength. So I like the replacement of the mistake and how it was handled because it does give you an idea of the level of professionalism and maturity that the interviewer has used in a situation of that nature. When I think about how I would answer that question in an interview, I would first and foremost go back to a reflection that I had early on when I became the lead literacy teacher 4 years ago for my school. And again, that role has evolved into the curriculum specialist at the K-8 school in which I am currently still teaching. At first, as the lead literacy teacher, I, of course, had a passion for literacy. My first graduate degree was in reading education, and that was just one of my strongest areas in the classroom. So I think that I know I took for granted or assumed that everyone was going to be as passionate as I was about this new framework for literacy instruction. I assumed that everyone was looking for a different way to teach literacy, a more effective way, a more authentic, genuine way of teaching literacy. And I quickly realized I had made a mistake. I expected a level of enthusiasm and even a level of proficiency that was not there. And my passion came across to some as a little much, and I get that. So in order to build relationships and to strengthen relationships in grade level meetings, I had to initiate a very open, and I'm going to call it crucial conversation where I admitted that maybe I had mistaken people's acceptance of the framework without really having the conversation as far as buy-in and is there a need for this and is this something that we all want to do and at what level would we like to do it. So I really had to take a step back and try to figure out where each individual, each grade level was in the whole idea of literacy instruction and what they were ready for, what they were ready to buy into and what they were ready to try, rather than just expecting or assuming that everyone was going to try everything that we were suggesting. So I had to take a step back, and when I did that, the relationships grew, they became less tense. People began to feel more free to share about what they were and were not trying and what they would like to try, and they even became more prone to want to try new things. So from that mistake, I have learned that I cannot assume or expect everyone to feel the same about things as I do when they are new, because we're all at different levels and places in our willingness or even in our readiness to bring in something new. I'm glad that I had that experience because I do think that that will help me as a future school leader as far as an assistant principal or principal. I'm going to know what my passions are and what my drive is, but I'm going to have to allow and accept others and give them time to embrace it and make it become their own. Thanks and have a good evening.